This is Alan True back on the State Champ Signing Day special, and I'm joined right now by Rico Beard of Spartan Mag and the host of Spartan Beat to talk about the Michigan State 2017 recruiting class. And Rico, several in-state guys in this class. Let's start with the most recent addition, though. Antjuan Simmons was a big get.
Yeah, Antjuan Simmons was a big get, Alan, and it was funny because he was originally committed to Ohio State, and the entire time I had a feeling he was still going to end up at Michigan State. He stayed in contact with the staff there. He took a visit, decommitted, and just a few weeks ago he decided that he wanted to come up to Michigan State. He's got some excellent opportunities up there because they're going to need a lot of young linebackers. Eventually they are going to run out of Bullets, so you're going to need to fill it with somebody other than a Bullet name, and I think Antjuan will do well.
Over the years, the Spartan staff has emphasized their summer camp a lot, and a guy who had to go to two of them to earn an offer but really impressed the staff was Mustafa Khalifa. What do you see with him?
You know what? The funny thing about it is, I look at him and he's a guy that I think he's going to contribute to this team early. And by early, I mean either this year or next year. He's going to be in that 2 deep. He's a legitimate 6'6", offensive tackle. I watched him play for Dearborn, and he's a wall. And you knew it the second you walked on the field because he was like head and shoulders above everybody else, but no one got around him. They're looking to solidify that line and bring in younger guys, and I think he's going to be one of those people that will help out early on.
Well, you touched on Jordan Reed there. He was a big get for the Spartans. He was a kid who was invited to the opening finals, had offers from all over the country, Florida, Tennessee, Michigan, picks Michigan State. What does Jordan bring to the table?
I think Jordan's a little bit like Mustafa. He's coming in there. He can play both sides of the ball, but when I asked him, he said, hey, they're looking at me as an offensive guard. And I think that Jordan, like a lot of guys, liked what they saw last year where Michigan State kind of broke from tradition and played a lot of younger guys, especially on that offensive line. They got playing time. So Jordan sees that as an opportunity to come in there and contribute and try to contribute right away.
Then the Spartans have one of the best quarterbacks in the Midwest coming in Rocky Lombardi, and I think he's going to have two great targets to throw to from right here in the state of Michigan, Hunter Rison and Cody White.
Yeah, Hunter Rison was a kid who committed and then decommitted, and then he recommitted again on April Fool's Day and had to tell everybody, no, it's not a joke, I'm really coming back. But with Hunter Rison, you get the Spartan legacy. His father, Andre, played there, and Alan, it's funny because in watching Hunter, I'm old enough to remember watching his father play. They walk the same. They do a lot of things the same way. If he could give you 80% of what Dad did on the field at Michigan State, I think that they have something in Hunter Rison. And hopefully, I'm hoping that Mark D'Antonio loosens up that #1 rule. Give it to Hunter. His dad wore one. Hunter should wear one. And Cody White, I think Cody may be the steal of this class because coming in this summer, no one really knew anything about him, but then as I got to watch him and watch him progress, he just has that it factor, Alan, where, you know, if for Wall Lake Western, the quarterback goes down, fine, I'll play quarterback, goes out first game, throws 4 touchdowns. I mean, looking at Cody, he won the Mr. Football Award. I think he's the sleeper of this class. I think that 4 years from now, we're going to be saying, wow, this kid was only ranked here, but he's going to be going off to the NFL to do some great things. That's how I see Cody. You know, he's not a coach's son, but, you know, Sheldon White, you know, worked with the Lions, so he's been around football, the ins and outs of it. I think that, yeah, he's a guy that I think is going to be a sleeper of this class.
All right, then real quickly, those are the in-state guys. Maybe one out-of-state guy to look for in this class.
Matt Dotson, tight end out of Cincinnati Moeller. I think he's going to come in right away and play because they're going to need some tight ends. They lost 2 last year. Matt Sokol's really the only tight end that has a lot of experience. I look for Matt Dotson, 6'5" tight end. He's going to step in and play immediately.
All right, a top 20 class for Mark D'Antonio and the Spartans. Thank you, Rico, for joining us.